Welcome to The Slice, folks. I'm Stephen Boughton. I'm here again with Robert Bettauer, and he's interviewed some of the top professionals, the best tennis players of all time, in person. So what is it like interviewing athletes of that magnitude?
Well, first of all, it's a privilege that I've been able to do that for this many years, and I've had the chance to interview Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, I don't know, at least 15, 20 times each over the years in the tournaments, and likewise quite a bit Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic and the Williams sisters, and before that Hingis and Clijsters and Hennen and Pete Sampras, Andre Agassi.
Name dropping.
But so cool. I mean, I'm a tennis fan. I'm a player, but I'm a fan like everybody else. So I just admire these guys so much. And I have to tell you that virtually every one of them were incredibly gracious, thoughtful, and come across in an interview for the most part as you experience them on a tennis court. I mean, Roger Federer is the exact same elegant, gracious individual in an interview that he is as a player. Highly intelligent, speaks 4 languages fluently, and when you have an interview with Roger Federer, it's like this, having a conversation. Right? Very engaging.
Sweet. There's been some talk on the online tennis community. There's huge rivalries between Federer fans, Nadal fans, etc. And some people out there don't think Nadal is a nice guy. Oh, what would you say?
Absolute rubbish.
Right.
Nadal is great. He's such a noble warrior type of individual, but he is very warm and friendly, very engaging. I've had a couple of experiences with him. One interesting one, he was a couple of years ago, came to our host desk of Sportsnet to be interviewed, and big entourage behind him, and he had to do the way it works is you go to each of the TV broadcasters there, so he had to go to ESPN afterwards. He's sitting next to me, and we have a great interview, very, very friendly and very talkative about what issues that he's dealing with in his game, where the game's going. And before us, on one of the monitors was Dancevic was playing, Canadian was playing. And when the interview finished, he sat just chatting with me about Dancevic and going, Canadian tennis has really improved, and you're getting the breakthroughs. He talked about what happened in Spain, how he broke through, and then it led to a whole host of players breaking through. And the media consultant's going, Rafa, we got to go to ESPN. He's going, no, wait, I want to finish the conversation. Right? And that tells you everything about a guy like Nadal, that he loves the sport, and he'll get engaged with you just enjoying the sport. And the other thing he did when he walked into our host desk area, he shook the hand of everybody in there, including every cameraman, the makeup person. They all went, Rafa Nadal just shook my hand.
Right? It's amazing.
And this year, I didn't interview him this year, but at one point I was standing off to the side near the player lounge, just answering some email. And I look up and I see him walking with his entourage. He catches my eye and just walks over on his own and says, hey, Rob, how are you doing? Good to see you again, right? And I go, thanks, Rob. Good to see you again, and congratulations on your 10th French Open. But right? I mean, he's just a class act. I think sometimes people forget that all these players, the Europeans, English isn't their first language. Right? Unbelievable. I mean, Federer has mastered 4 languages, but I remember the first time I interviewed Nadal, he must have been about 20 years old. He could barely speak English. They had a translator there.
Wow.
And, he tried to get through it, but he was, you could see he was very self-conscious about himself, totally different from the persona on the court. Now he's, gained a lot more confidence, and he's very capable of, communicating in English. But I admire both Federer and Nadal equally well. I mean, I can relate more to Fed's game, so I think Fed has the game that everybody would like to have. And just the way he behaves and handles himself, it's like that's the ultimate tennis player, right? But the ultimate warrior is Rafa Nadal.
Wow. So who would you say then is the GOAT, the greatest of all time, right now between Federer and Nadal?
Federer's GOAT. Federer is overall GOAT. Nobody has ever been able to strike the ball with so much skill and for such a long period of time, and win as many tournaments as he has. But Rafa is clay GOAT. No question about that.
That's for sure.
He's the greatest of all time on clay. And how fortunate are we in this generation to enjoy both those iconic legends? That's the way I approach it. Good for us. And may they continue for a few more years.
That's the hope. Well, thanks so much for speaking with us again, Robert, and it was a pleasure to have you. Tune in to theslicetennis.com to get more interviews like this and to get a good look into the world of tennis. So, thanks. See you later.